Yes, yes. Karan, is this Karan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, Karan. Hey,
Hello,
hi,
good evening,
folks.
sir.
Yeah, thanks, Karan. Very good evening. Hi, folks. Just let's wait for a couple more minutes and then we will start. Just bear with me for a couple more minutes and then we will start.
Okay, sir. No issue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sir. Till that time, can you please tell me that what was the topic of discussion yesterday? I wasn't able to attend yesterday.
Okay. So yesterday, we discussed about, we discussed about the importance of these DevOps growth, DevOps future, and I have shown the overview of the course, what we do, and then the importance of the tools and how the market is expecting, meaning what are the tools expecting by the market and what we need to learn. So these things we discussed, Karan, yesterday.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm interested. How much in US dollar should I pay?
For this course, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, probably the once reach out to our backend admin team, Vani, so you might get an idea. I'm not sure exactly how it will be, but please reach out to our backend. Once they will get it resolved.
No, 12,000, sir.
12,000. Yeah. So maybe when converted into
Yeah,
dollars,
maybe
USD,
I convert by Google around 156 or about.
Yeah.
But do you accept the payment method through Visa card?
Yeah, probably, Vani. So I'll do one thing. I'll check from my end. You also can reach out to the backend team once, don't mind. So probably they will. Otherwise, I will talk to our backend team to reach out to you. So they will help you there.
Yes, sir. Because I'm interested for the course, so I'm going to join for the course.
Sure. Thank you so much for that, Vani. Sure.
But
Okay.
I'm completely new for the developer. I'm from telecom engineer background.
Okay. No problem. Just relax and then come and then attend the sessions. Follow the session.
I'm really interested in
Thanks, Vani.
Yeah, I want to spare some time to learn more about it.
Yeah. Just
Narsi, sir, Arvind this side.
Hey, hi, Arvind.
Yes, sir. Hi, how are you, sir?
Good, Arvind. Thank you so much. How are you?
Yes, you're doing well, sir. Sir, the demo class going to till 20, right?
Not sure, Arvind, but from today onwards, let us start our original content.
Achha, okay. Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Sir, yesterday was, hello, sir. This is Ravikant here.
Yeah, Ravikant. Go ahead, please.
Yesterday was first demo class from your side, no?
So yesterday is the second demo, and today is the third demo. So let us do one thing. As we discussed, the growth of the DevOps and then the scope of the DevOps and all we discussed, right? So let us start into the subject. I will show the course content today for first 15 minutes. Then from there, we can take it up into our regular content.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, hope folks are joining one after the other. Let's wait for 2 more minutes at most, and then let us start.
Sir, from tomorrow onwards, let's start from 8 strict.
Yes, Karan. We'll follow that. As these are the demo sessions, right? So let's give some leisure to the folks to join at their convenient. But yes, as you suggested, going forward, we'll stick to the timing.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Rishabh.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I am attending Lakshmi Rao sir classes, but due to health issue, I cannot attend that class. So I want to shift my class in this session. So can I switch this class?
Yeah, always we have that facility, Raji, Rishabh.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, just have a word with our backend team. They will make it possible to have here. No problem.
Actually, sir, they are saying this is not necessary. This is not. Actually, they are not give me this facilities to switch this class.
I'll speak to our backend team, Rishabh.
Okay, actually,
I'll make
sir.
it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'll make it. Huh?
Okay.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, folks, let us start our session today. And let me share my screen. Probably the recording is starting. Recording is in progress. So first 5 to 10 minutes, let me showcase.
Hello.
Yes.
So I just want to speak, sir, regarding the classes. So if I take this class, if I take this course, will I get any pre-recorded videos of any other, like your previous batch? Because I want to go with the course like in a fast track mode. So is there any possibility of getting videos of your earlier batches?
Okay, Akash, yeah, definitely. But you know, in earlier I conducted the batches in some other institute.
Okay.
So now I'm into this DURGASOFT. This is my first batch in the DURGASOFT. So I may not share the other institute videos. Maybe I may not do that, Akash. But going forward batches I can do. But for this batch I may not be helpful here. Yeah.
Sir?
Yes, Karan.
Sir, you are also teaching Spring Boot and microservices, right?
Correct. That is in the morning sessions. Yes.
Sir, can you also add in Spring also, because it is prerequisite for Spring Boot?
Yeah. That's what we discuss in the morning sessions, right? Tomorrow onwards, we'll start with the Spring. However, that we will discuss there, Karan. I think that is the completely different context here, right?
Like
so
from the 21st June batch, like if it is possible.
Let's meet it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one more thing, this is scrolling on your on the Durga software technology, the website is there, right? So there's some scrolling on that. It says that with your name, the AWS with DEVOPS, so it doesn't include Git in that. So
you mean you are talking about that banner, right?
Yeah, it's a banner. It's a scrolling on that, so it doesn't include Git in that.
Correct. Actually, that the banner contains the highlights and most demanded things, and highlights basically. That is just like a highlight. So just give me a minute. Let us today. Let me take 5-10 minutes, at most 15 minutes of time to share the course content. Let us discuss in a high level, and then let us start our original course. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, folks. Yeah. So just let me start it. So mute yourself. Let's go ahead. Okay. So I'm just sharing my screen. Right. So this is the course content, a complete DevOps course content I have prepared. So the outcome of this course content will be looks like this. So this is the entire outcome of the course content, what I am gonna discuss now. So the outcome of the entire course content, what I'm gonna discuss, will be this pipeline. Okay. So let us go and then start the course content discussion. So first we will discuss why learn DevOps. Of course, it's been since last 2 demos, we are discussing the same. Why learn DevOps? Who can learn the DevOps? And we have seen the Atlassian survey, and we understood the business impact, direct business impact with the DevOps, and the opportunities that we have seen in our earlier 2 demo sessions. So IT perspective, business perspective, developers perspective, tester perspective, and operations perspective. That's what we have discussed, right? Any member who is an IT guy, non-IT guy, developer, tester, any member can opt the DevOps as their career option. because of the three reasons we discussed. One is the highly demandable job. Second one is the highly payable job. And third one is using DevOps application deployment delivery is becoming fast. So the companies are opting the DevOps, but the problem is there is no proper skill set of the DevOps engineers in the market. That is the reason anyone who is looking for opting the DevOps as their career, for sure, definitely they will get the good opportunities. So this part we already have been discussing since last 2 days. So the next what we will discuss is what is DevOps. So this is what we will discuss next. Meaning definition of the DevOps story. I believe this story you will love it. It is really nice, interesting story. So with this story, you will understand the software development life cycle and the models in the software development life cycle like waterfall, agile methodology, Big Bang, spiral and all. Preferably, we will discuss here about the waterfall model and then agile methodology, which are the models of the software development life cycle. First, how the software development life cycle, what it is and all, we will derive it from a nice story. Okay, so this we will discuss. Then after this one, we will discuss the DevOps life cycle. In the DevOps life cycle, we will see the DevOps tools. Of course, this is we have been seen since last 2 days, since last 2 demos. What are the market expecting highly demandable DevOps tools? We have seen these, but however, let us introduction about the DevOps life cycle and what are the DevOps tools and how these tools will be involved in the continuous development, continuous testing, continuous integration, and finally the continuous deployment and monitoring. Nothing but this entire pipeline one more time we will revisit to understand the each and every step. Where is the continuous integration? Where is the continuous building? Where is the continuous testing? And where is the continuous deployment? And where is maintenance and monitoring, continuous monitoring? That we will discuss. And next, after it completes, we will discuss about the Linux, because in order to set up this pipeline, we will procure the machines, right? So to procure the machines, we want the machines, right? Everything we will do it on the AWS machines. So don't worry if you don't know what is AWS, how to connect to AWS machines, how to procure. Please don't worry. Since the day one, you will get everything. Once you understand only, I will go to the next concept, meaning I will make you to understand the AWS EC2 instance procuring, account creation, machines creation, and connecting to the machines through the various clients like Putty, WinSCP, Mobile Extern. All these things we will discuss. And finally, once we have set up the Linux machine, then on the Linux machine, let us discuss and learn the Linux. So what we will learn in the Linux, there are various concepts of the Linux we will learn from the scratch level to an expert level, a proficient level we will discuss. Especially what are all required for a DevOps engineer. So those things we will discuss. And after that, we will discuss about the shell scripting. If we can see this entire thing, user management, group management, file permissions, pseudo users management. These are very, very crucial for us. Of course, package management. And then we will start the shell scripting. In shell scripting, we will see the types of shell and how to write the shell scripting variables and all. In this shell scripting, these last 2 topics are very, very important to us. And these last 2 topics we will frequently use in our pipeline building, in our deployment pipeline building. Again, what is deployment, sir? Deployment meaning making the software available to the end users to use is called as the deployment. Okay, I repeat, making the software available to use by the end users is nothing but, deployment. So that deployment entire process we are doing here for a deployment and then continuous availability of the application to the end users. So that part we will achieve, or in that entire pipeline, deployment pipeline building, we will use these two concepts very eminently. So I will grab your attention, folks. Wherever you need to stress more, wherever you need to study more, I will definitely stress there, so you can have the pointers there. However, after the Linux and then shell scripting is completed, which is the core, which is the heart of our entire DevOps course execution, learning the Linux and then shell scripting is very, very important. I know most of you folks from the zero background, non-IT background, and few of you members from the IT background, developers background. But I will assume all you guys as the zero guys, meaning zero knowledge folks on these DevOps, and then we will start this Linux. So I want you guys to make comfortable first on this Linux and then shell scripting. So this entire discussion will take 2 weeks. You have to bear me for the 2 weeks, and regularly you have to practice, and then we have to get a proficient level of experience on the Linux concepts and shell scripting. 2 weeks in the sense, it might go also 1 more week. You have to bear with that. Okay, ultimate goal is we need to get a proficient level of experience. Okay,
hello,
now,
sir.
yes.
Suppose, sir, I have Ubuntu with the dual boot system in my laptop. So is it still necessary for me to work on the Linux yet on the AWS? Like you have mentioned that you will provide cluster. Can I work on my machine?
Yes, your mission. Everyone first we will create our own missions. Okay, as you guys have to create your own AWS account, and you guys have to create your own missions there. How to create the AWS account, how we can use the AWS mission for free, I will let you know, and how to connect to that mission, I will let you know. So this,
sir, like I already have installed Linux in my laptop.
That's what actually my intention is, not to do anything in your laptop. Everything you can do your work in the cloud. That is what my intention. Yeah. Okay. Okay, folks. Let me continue in my way. Then your doubts I will address in the last. Actually, I will give you time to speak to me in the ending of this discussion for sure. Just bear with me for a while till I complete it. Okay. So once we have done with the Linux concepts and shell scripting, immediately we will go and then understand the networking. What are the ISO models? What is the IP? What is the port? What is protocol? And what are the network commands? We have to see the running processes, port numbers, running services, and all we will learn here. So this is also required for a DevOps engineer. Little bit networking knowledge is also required for a DevOps engineer. Okay, so next we will talk about the source code management. Meaning, by this discussion, what you understood how to take the missions, Linux missions, meaning AWS missions, and you also know the Linux concepts, right? And you also know the networking concepts. Then with this idea and then with these concepts, then we will start learning our pipeline. So as part of that pipeline learning, the first tool that we will focus on the first tool that we have in the entire pipeline and we will focus is the Git repository. So source code management system, we will try to understand. Source code management system meaning what, sir? Source code management system meaning usually the developers will do the development, meaning here are the developers, they will write the code. So this is assume the development team, they will usually write the source code, right? Source code meaning using a programming language, they will implement the application, maybe Java, maybe Python, whatsoever it is, but using the using the programming language, they will implement it. So this source code, what they have implemented using a particular programming language, right? So that source code, whatever they have implemented, right? That source code, they won't keep in their laptops or they won't keep in their machines, because whatever the code you have written, probably that code also required to me. So in order to bring that code to me, available to me also, we need to put that code in some common location. So that common location is nothing but the source code management repositories. You might got the idea right now. So this common location where every developer who have written the code will be put in, that common location will be able to access by any of the developers in the project. So when I am writing one user management, and when other is writing the login management, when one more guy is writing about the appointments management, when other folks are writing about the doctors management, or other is writing about the patients management, whoever will write the functionality, the code will be put into a common location. Why? Because if I write the authentication logic, my machine got shut down or my machine crashed, right? Then what will happen? The effort, the time I spent in writing that entire logic, right, will be wasted. And the other guys who have already completed the user registration will wait for my code to integrate, to have the user registration plus login mechanism available for the end customers, isn't it? So to avoid that data losses, right, it is always safer to put in some other location, some common storage location, from there everyone who requires the source code, they will get it and then they will work on top of it. So that is where we will use our source code management system. So that's what we will see. We will understand how the source code will be managed. Here, how the source code will be managed, we will learn, right? Here, how the source code managed, we will learn, right? Here, we will understand how the developers will write the, meaning how the developers will put the code what they have written into some staging server. So that we will learn actually. We will first understand a problem without the source code management servers, and we will understand the solution or the problem, how it will be eliminated with the source code management tools, we will understand. So for now, you understood that developers who have written the code will be put into some common location to make it available to everyone in the project. So that is called the source code management system. So that source code management system we will learn here. Folks, can you please mute? Please mute. Yeah, thank you so much. So source code management system we will learn. In the source code management system, we'll learn the version control systems. So there is a discussion required to understand the difference between the source code management systems and then version control systems. And then we will start the Git repository. Why we will start the Git repository? Because this is an open source one, and then for your practice purpose, maybe your real projects might not use Git repository. They will use a different repositories like Azure repo or AWS repository or Azure repository, or they will use some GitLab, right? Proprietary source code management systems they will use. They won't use the Git repository, but the knowledge of the Git is important, because whatever the source code repository they are using, those will work in a similar fashion like as a Git. So we will first understand what is Git terminology, and Git setup in our Linux mission. See this to perform this step, meaning to set up the Git server in our Linux mission. We already have to know how to set up a Linux mission, how to connect to the Linux mission, what are the commands we need to execute on Linux mission. These are the things we already have to know. That is the reason we spent 2 weeks to 3 weeks of time in understanding the Linux concepts and then shell scripting. Then we will use these Linux concepts and shell scripting in each and every step of our work, what we're gonna learn. Okay, now, so after this one, we will also see how to execute the Git on the Windows machine and all. And then finally, we will configure the users of the Git repository, meaning the developers who will push the code, the developers, whatever the code they have written, they will put onto some Git repository, right? So the developers who have written their code, put onto Git repository, right? To access this Git repository, these users should be here. To access this Git repository, these users should be here in the Git server. So how to create the users and how to give the permissions to them to access the Git repository, all the concepts we will learn. And once after learning the Git repository, Git concepts basically, then we will understand the Git with GitHub. So GitHub is a cloud hosted repository. GitHub is a cloud hosted open source repository, GitHub, right? So how to create a repository in the GitHub and then set up authentication in the GitHub, and all the GitHub concepts we will understand in this session. So we completed the Git. Now we got the Git knowledge. With that knowledge, we will work with the GitHub, so that you will completely understand in the pipeline how this Git will work. So this you will completely understand. Right, now after we understood, right? So usually if we can see this diagram, right? So the developers are connecting to the Git repository and then putting the source code in the Git repository, isn't it? So the developers who have written their code, they're putting the source code into the Git repository, isn't it? Now, how to connect these developers to put the source code into the Git repository, how these developers will connect to this Git repository, right? So to connect to this Git repository, the developers will use the Git clients. So what are those Git clients? Git bash, tortoise Git, source tree. So knowledge on source tree is very, very important, folks, for you, because source tree have a beautiful features. So that is the reason you will learn here source tree as a client to connect to this Git repository. Okay, however, once after the Git concepts are completed, right, there were so many Git concepts we will learn here. Once after the Git concepts completed, let us go and then start the project build tool called Maven. So sir, why Maven is required? Why can't we go with the other project build tool? And what is the guarantee that all the projects that we have are the Java? And how to work with the Python projects, how to work with the data science projects, how to work with the ML projects, AI projects, right? Of course, you are 100% correct. Different projects we will work on, and different projects will be built in a different way. But most of the folks, can you please be mute? I understood. You may got the doubts here. Let me complete it. So mean the time you can ping your doubt in the chat. I will go through it. However, so we may have a different build tools, different projects. But why I'm explicitly taken here the Maven, you know, most of the projects we have, right? A large number of the projects are executing by the companies nowadays are the Java projects, isn't it? And with the evolution of these microservices architectures, yesterday I just have given a glance about it, right? So with the evolution of this microservices architecture, nowadays everyone is preferably using the prefer to use the Java applications if it is a small scale, medium scale, and then even enterprise large scale applications as well. So with that assumption, not assumption actually, with that analysis, as most of the projects will be the Java projects, so with that analysis, and to have one knowledge and to have one build tool knowledge, I have chosen to go with this Maven. So where we are using Maven, sir? Where we are using Maven, sir? Meaning where we are using is in our pipeline. If you can see, here is the Maven, meaning the developers will write the code here, right? And their code will put in the Git repository, isn't it? their code rather than keeping their code in their laptop, right? Once completed their work, they will keep that work what they have written, 5 lines code, 10 lines code, 20 lines code, right? 100 lines code, whatever the lines of code, whatever the files they have written, they will put into somewhere here in the server rather than keeping that files in his own machine. Because if the laptop will crash, right? If the laptop will not opening or not working, then definitely whatever the work he did will be lost. To avoid that problem, once he completed his work for the day, then he will put those all the work into some other location, isn't it? Now, as soon as when he put into some other location, then this Maven will do what, the Maven will use to compile the source code, not compile basically, but Maven will be used to build the source code. Build the source code meaning what? All the files he will write, right? All the files, maybe he might write many files there in the source code, right? You may write one file, I may write one file, like that. So many files we will have. So all these so many files, right? Whoever have been written, all these so many files will be converted into a archives, web archives. So web archives, for example, let me take something like a web archive, meaning all these files will have a lot of a kind of size, right? So these files as is, if you put here, then definitely the size will be more. So we will compress them. We'll compress them and using some techniques. So that is what the archiving. So this archiving means the files comprising to some archive will be done by the Maven. Meaning archiving in the sense what, sir? Generally, you will have a lot of documents. Assume your income certificate, caste certificate, Aadhaar card, PAN card, address proof, pay slips, or whatever. Assume 10-15 documents you want to send to some person, or you got an offer and HR is asking you to send your documents, 10th class certificate, intermediate certificate, degree certificate, your PG certificate, your previous experiences, pay slips, salary statements, all these documents, how you will send? Rather than sending all them as a files, you will bundle them, archive them, right? Like a zip, or you will compress them, like you will zip it. And this compressed format you will send. To zip it, to zip these files, you will use a softwares like WinZip, RARZip, 7zip, right? Various softwares you will use. Similarly, the source code what is developed by the developers will be archived, meaning you can say for your sake of understanding, will be zipped into a war file by this Maven tool. So what are the commands we need to execute on these files to convert into an archive, and how the Maven will work? And there were a couple of interview questions here. For sure the DevOps folks might not answer them. So those questions definitely we will discuss. Okay, now once after this completed, meaning Maven is completed, now what you understood with this Maven, what you understood, when the developer will complete the coding, and that coding part, the coding files will be converted to a compressed format by using this Maven. Now we have a compressed format. Then what we need to do, this compressed format file, we need to deploy this compressed format file in some server. So assume this is our server. So let's say probably I'll type for one server called Tomcat, if I will be able to get. Not or else let me type for something called JBus. So probably I won't get it, but you assume this is the server. So whatever the comprised code is there, right? This comprised code we need to put into the server. So why we need to put into the server, sir? Because the code whatever we write here, right? So this once we put into the server, then only it will be accessed. The server will again unzip the files, right? The zip is there, right? When we deploy it into a server, it will unzip the files and it will understand the files and it will make those files as an application, meaning The application we can access using this file. For example, you can say application is some Angular application or some other application, maybe some e-commerce application or maybe some retail application, right? So here is the application. So let's say here is the application. So this application, so maybe AngularJS is the not right example for this one. So let me take something else. So probably let me go here. Just give me a moment. Let me take some, application. So let me take one icon just to draw something here. So applications. Let me get for more results. Applications. Yes. So probably you can understand this as one application, right? So this is the application. So here, whatever the unzipped files were there by the server, right? So that unzipped files will be accessed as an application by the end users. So if you can see here, we might have a lot of users, right? Customers like you, me, end users, right? So these are the users. Now users will use this application. So let's say these are the users. The users will use these applications. Now probably you got a primary idea, right? Why we need to deploy this archive in a server, because server will again unzip the files inside this archive and then align them to make it as an application and then available to us. For example, Facebook, Gmail, right? Any application you can take, the application source files can't be deployed here by default. Lakhs of source files will be there. Lakhs of files, we cannot access them as is, right? That lakhs of files needs to be organized. So to organize it, we will use this archiving tools like build tools. Okay, so probably you might now get an idea why we use the Maven here. Okay, now folks, can you please be mute? For sure, I will give the time to you to speak to you. Please try to understand. Let me complete whatever I targeted. Just bear with me. So now, once after we completed this Maven, then let's go and then start our Jenkins. Right, in Jenkins, what we will learn. So in Jenkins, folks, Jenkins master, Jenkins administrator level, you will learn this. The course targeted for the course content here I have given is, you will become a Jenkins master, Jenkins administrator. Confidently, I'm saying Jenkins administrator level, you will learn this course. If you want, you can even write a Jenkins certification course as well. It's Jenkins certificate exam as well. After completion of this, my Jenkins course content, after completion of this one, you can happily attend for the Jenkins administrator certification program for sure. Meaning that in-depth level I will cover from very scratch, very beginning. What is Jenkins? What is Jenkins? What it will do? From that concept to very advanced level, we will discuss. So this Jenkins, it will take 3 weeks for us to implement it. Meaning to complete all this Jenkins concept, it will take 3 weeks. Sir, you said 90 days. Linux taken already 2 weeks. Jenkins is taking 3 weeks or 2 weeks. 1 month is already over here. How do we manage, sir? So please, folks, I said 90 days is the ideal time. Okay, let us utilize the weekends. Maybe Saturday, we will take a little longer time based on your availability, based on your convenient. And that's how at least we will fit the entire course into the 90 days. If the 90 days, by chance, we have not completed. So please cooperate me, please allow me for at least 1 more month or maybe 2 to 3 more weeks to complete everything. But there is no compromise on the subject content what I have listed here. Okay, so for sure entire concepts will be completed and I will make you to 0 to master level for sure. Okay, however,
Sir, take as much time you want, but make us master in this.
Hundreds. Yeah, that's what. Definitely. So every day to day we'll connect and then we'll do the lot more exercises and all. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for that, folks. So I need your support there. Definitely I will get it for sure. So however, so this Jenkins, again, we will understand the Jenkins architecture And what level we will go with this Jenkins, master slave architecture level, we will configure it. Maybe you may not understand at this moment what is this master level, what is these are all, but this is the concept. Okay, so we will again set up the Jenkins server on our Linux machine. First, we'll discuss how to set it up on our Windows machine. This is not priority, but our priority is to set up the Jenkins server on the Linux machines. Again, we already know the concept of Linux. We already know how to take a Linux machine, right? Meaning AWS machine, how to take, how to connect to it. And we know the Linux shell scripting by this time. Definitely we will feel easy to set up the Jenkins on this Linux machine. That is the reason, very beginning, Linux and shell scripting is very crucial, very important. Okay, however, once after the Jenkins server is installed, then there were a concepts called Jenkins jobs, distributed builds, and continuous integration, continuous deployment, continuous delivery. See, when a code will be deployed, then we have to send an email notification to all the team members saying that, build success or build fail. Sir, what is build, sir? Again, what is build here? This is the build. So meaning the source code files are comprising it to a archive, right? All the source code files are comprising it to an archive. Like how your PDF files you are zipping while you are sending to some other folks, right? Similarly, all these source code files we will archive. This archive is nothing but a build. We will call it as a build. And that build, when we deploy in the servers, if any error will come, then we have to send a notification to the developers or the team members, stakeholders, whoever as part of this application. For them, we have to send an email. Hey boss, build fail, please check. Right? This is the reasons, build failure, please check. Like that, we have to inform to developers with the reason why the build failed and what is the build number it failed. So all those things we should have to let the developers know back with the email. So then the developers will go to set and build number, and then they will revisit their source code files to fix the problem. However, that is called the build actually. So sending email notification. So till this level, we will learn. Actually, this is easy basically, but other concepts, other Jenkins concept, like mastering concepts, we will learn here is what I mean to say. So in real time, this plugin will be very well used actually, Blue Ocean plugin. So let us also use the Blue Ocean plugin. So maybe you might not know all these concepts at this moment, but again, when we are started and then implementing this, right, maybe at that moment it will be strike for you. Okay, just listen carefully. You just observe the course content, how much I have drafted here, because this course content what I have drafted here should have to help you in all the directions to get the job and also to survive in the job. That is what my final intention. With that motto, this much of course content I have drafted, and then for sure we will implement it. Of course, I need you guys support and help also in implementing all these things. However, once after we completion this continuous integration, and then we will go for the continuous delivery. What are continuous delivery, continuous integration? You will let you know maybe in the coming up futures. So then there is a concept called PAC, pipeline as a code. So this is what using in the real time, and the interviewers will ask you, stress you more on this one. If it is a Jenkins interview, or if it is a DevOps interview, then 100% assume I am doing a DevOps interview. Okay, when I am doing a DevOps interview, I will spend at least 10 minutes in this Jenkins discussion, Jenkins concepts discussion. If I spend 10 to 15 minutes in the Jenkins discussion, my primary focus will be always on the PAC, pipeline as a code. Meaning you understand that concept importance. You don't know what is pipeline as a code at this moment, but understand the importance of it. Of course, I will also give some stars here when we are discussing, but entire Jenkins, whatever you have learned so far is one side, and this pipeline as a code is other side. Okay, so without the interview question on this pipeline as code, there will be no interview. There will be no DevOps interview without they are asking the question on this pipeline as a code. That much importance we have. However, let's go next. We will go to the Jenkins security, like creating the users in Jenkins, meaning who can access this Jenkins, right? Meaning that developers are pushing the code here, but that code is building here, right? So to log into this Jenkins and then see what is happening inside here, right? Someone should have the permissions, or someone should have the users created here, right? So those are all the things how to create the users and all we will see in this Jenkins security. However, once after the Jenkins is completed, immediately let's go to, once after the Jenkins completed, immediately let's go to learning the SonarQube. In my course content, I have given immediately the Ansible tool, but as per the pipeline, immediately we will go to what actually SonarQube. So here, if you can see SonarQube, yeah, what is SonarQube and all I have mentioned here. So immediately we will learn the SonarQube. This won't take much time for us. This is a very easy tool, but setting up the SonarQube is little complex, folks. Setting up the SonarQube is little complex, but with the Docker, it is very easy to set up. So that is the reason. Once after this completed, rather going for it, I am going for the Ansible, and then I am going for the Docker. Why? Because with the Docker, these SonarQube Artifactory we can easily set up. So that is the intention, to set up the SonarQube server, to set up this Nexus repository or JFrog Artifactory. With the Docker we can easily set up, but to set up we need the knowledge on the Docker. So that is the reason. First, I am going to the Ansible after this Jenkins, and then going to the Docker, then coming back to this SonarQube, and then this Nexus repository Artifactory. Okay, so that is what you can see in my course content. So once after the Jenkins is completed, then immediately we will go to the Ansible. See, once after the Jenkins is completed, immediately let's go to the Ansible. And once after the Ansible, see, very basic to very high level discussion we will do. So finally, the DevOps engineers should be comfortable in writing these Ansible playbooks. This is the very target, very important. And folks, some companies will hire the engineers for writing only these Ansible playbooks. I repeat, some companies will hire the engineers, DevOps engineers, for only writing the Ansible playbooks only. That much of the importance we have to give for this Ansible playbooks. And one of the use case I will tell you, folks. One of the real incident happened, I will tell you. So one of my friend circle, their brother put a fake experience, and then he attended the interview and he cracked the interview. He got the offer. Once after he got the offer, they were asked him to write the playbooks for the version upgrades on the servers. So there were 10 to 15 servers. On 10 to 15 servers, they were asked him to upgrade the version through the Ansible playbooks. Then he spent 1 week, he have not completed. He spent 2 weeks, not completed. And in 3rd week, their manager came to him and then asked why you are not able to write a simple playbook to upgrade the version on the target servers. And he warned him like, I am giving you one more opportunity. Please spend the time and then complete this within 2 days or within 3 days, he told. And within 3 days, that guy didn't complete it. Then again, their manager came and asked him, I know from where you came, right? You are not a genuine candidate. You are some experienced candidate. You are some fake candidate. but still I am giving you the opportunity because the 3 weeks you have continuously put your hard work to learn the Ansible playbook. That's the reason, by looking at your hard work, by looking at your passion of doing the thing, I am giving you the opportunity. Take help from any others, outside or inside. Take any help from anyone and complete the Ansible playbook. That opportunity given. And also he told, if possible, attend the session somewhere, attend the courses somewhere, like that. He motivated him, and then finally he given a 1 more week of time. And that guy completed the playbook and successfully upgraded the version on the targeted missions. So what you understood from this entire thing, right? So writing the things in the real time is very, very important. Putting your hands, doing with your hands is very, very important. Though you don't have a knowledge, though you don't have how to do, but if you have a passion of doing it, there will be an opportunity forever as well, for sure. But I don't want you guys to have that situation. You are attending my course, in the sense you have to be write everything on your own, no matter whether it is version upgrade, package installations, deployments, software installation, no matter whatever Ansible can do, you guys have to do on your own. You don't have to look for others' help. And I always want you guys to be a key player in the team. So that is what the expectation of my course, and the expectation of me as well. Let us hope for the best, and then we will try hard work to reach to that level. Okay, folks. So hard work and dedication definitely important in learning anything, and that will sustain you. That will remain stay you on your job role successfully. Okay, however, so that is the importance of the playbooks, and the level of the playbooks that you have to learn using the Ansible. Okay, so that's the reason, the whatever the required things for different scenarios, different cases, whatever the required things, I already have given with my course content. The only thing is, carefully we have to learn it, carefully you guys have to practice it, as many as number of scenarios, as many as number of use cases, as many as number of examples I will give. You have to practice them. Fine. Once after completion of this Ansible, immediately let's go to the Docker. So immediately let's go to the Docker. So what is Docker? What is Docker installation? Again, we will take one more mission here. If you observe here, we have taken one mission here to set up the Git server. We have taken one mission here to set up the Jenkins, and we have set up Jenkins with the master slave architecture. So 2 missions we will take here, and we will take one more mission here, 3 missions. Now we're going to take one more Linux mission here, 4th mission, and in that 4th mission we will install the Docker. So here, choose operating system, we'll choose Ubuntu, and then there we will install the Docker. And of course we'll discuss the Docker client, Docker daemon, Docker architecture and all. Finally we will learn the Docker at the master level for sure. And once after the Docker is completed, then we will go to the Kubernetes. Now in the Kubernetes, this is very, very important, folks. Here I need 1 month of your time, 4 weeks of your time to make you to 0 to expert level in the Kubernetes. This itself will take 1 month for me, or I need your 1 month of time here to make you to expertise from 0 to master level on the Kubernetes architecture. Okay, all the concepts, whatever are required to master in Kubernetes, and of course you can even attend for the Kubernetes certifications as well by attending my course, and then what the concepts we will do here. It is that level actually. Okay, but I need 1 month of time here to make you guys to 0 to master level. And yesterday we have seen various job postings, right? In various job postings, they are commonly asking Linux, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes. These are all they are commonly asking. Of course, someone asking the Jenkins, someone asking the other things and all, but in every job post that we have seen yesterday and then day before yesterday, they are commonly asking Ansible, Linux, Ansible, Docker, and Kubernetes. So that is the reason Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, and Linux are the key concepts, key sections, key tools where you have to stress more, where you have to stretch more, okay, and where you have to put your whatever it is, bread and butter, but you should become a master in these 4 concepts. Then you never look back. You definitely will get 100% jobs, folks, and you never required any support, anything, because you will work hard for these 90 days along with me, right? So for sure, trust me, you never look back if you learn these things at a masterpiece level. However, once after this Kubernetes is completed, so these are the Kubernetes concepts, right? So I will share this detailed course content with you guys. Go through it. Once after this Kubernetes is completed, then we will come back to our Sonar Cube. And then we will learn the Sonar Cube. Again, here we will take one more machine. See, here one machine we have taken, Linux machine. Here one more Linux machine we will take. I mean, here we will take 2 Linux machines, master and then slave. So 1 Linux machine, 2 Linux machines, total 3. Here we will take one more Linux machine, total 4. Here we will take one more machine, total 5. Here we will take 3 machines, 1 master, 2 workers. So total 8 machines, and one more machine for the Sonar Cube, 9 machines, and one more machine for the Nexus and the JFrog artifact. So a total 10 machines you will take with the 4 GB RAM and then 4 CPU configuration. So with these 10 machines, your entire pipeline you have to build, and you have to wisely use these machines because they are chargeable. How we should have to use, how to maintain to get a less cost, less charge. Again, I will for sure discuss those things. Okay, so this is the course content, folks. This is the DevOps course content only, and there is a final once after the above all the course is completed. See, I have not drafted this EFK and then Grafana in this deployment architecture, but I will draft it. But these are all the tools. Once after you have learned, the final view of the CI/CD pipeline is this is what. Okay, so if you will be at this position after learning all the above DevOps implementation tools, 100% you will get the job. 100%. There is no doubt at all, and no support is required. And of course, interview questions will be discussed. When I say this is important, when I say this is interview question, you have to pay your attention. Take your notes. Take your own notes. Write what I am saying. Okay, that will help you while you are revisioning. While you are attending for the interviews, when you are revisioning, it will be helpful. Okay, so this is the course content of the DevOps, folks. So this will be available from tonight in our DurgaSoft website. You go and then download this course content from there as well. Okay, so as we have seen the glance of the course content, again, tomorrow we will start our understanding what is DevOps. What is DevOps? So let us understand with a nice story, nice DevOps story. We will understand what is the DevOps, what is the SDLC, what is waterfall, what is agile methodology, waterfall versus agile methodology. This is an interview question for freshers, trained freshers. Freshers, this is a very important interview question. Okay, so that's the reason we'll discuss this. What is DevOps? We'll start discussing this tomorrow, and then we'll complete with a very good understanding. What is waterfall, what is agile, difference between these two, why everyone is now going for the agile, and all we will discuss. So this concept completion will take 2 days for us. Okay, yeah, so that's all folks with the DevOps content. I also have prepared the AWS concept as AWS content as well. However, as we have been with the time completion boundary, so for today I'm not discussing about this AWS course content. You guys go and then download it from our DurgaSoft website. And
Hello,
tomorrow,
sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
sir,
Yes.
the DevOps part itself will take 3 months. Then when will we cover AWS?
Yeah, actually DevOps concepts, we will build the pipeline, right? So once we reach to build this pipeline, one thing
Yeah.
you understood here, we are first taking the AWS machine, isn't it? So in order to take the AWS machine, first we need to know what is AWS, isn't it? Those things we will discuss. So what is cloud compute, what is AWS, and what is the networking, and what is the VPC, and what is the finally IAM, and what is EC2. So before taking EC2 machine, after our before taking the EC2 machine, we will discuss all these things. It's a parallel execution. It is unlike you complete DevOps and then go to AWS. No, it is a clubbing DevOps and then AWS, a clubbed course, clubbed content. Without AWS, the DevOps concepts where we will implement, we to implement, we need a platform, right? Cloud platform we need. That cloud platform is what the AWS we will use. So it is a parallel concepts discussion. You got my pointer? Yeah.
Sir, the content that is mentioned on the your website course, like AWS has EC2, Route 553,
Correct.
and VPC,
Correct.
Cloud Trail, Cloud Watch.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So looking at the content, will you be able to complete it in the 3 month, or actually I wanted to know like how much time you think it will take? Like according to me, it will take like around 5 months.
Okay. Okay. That is really nice question. Of course, you might have this question into your mind. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
and
what,
Terraform also. Terraform.
Terraform is very important. This will take a lot of time for us.
Yeah,
But
that's
what
why I'm
I'm
asking, sir.
correct. What I'm saying is, let us spend the weekends for a bigger tool discussion. For example, we need to set up the VPC. We need to discuss about the VPC, right? What is VPC and how to set up VPC? This concept requires the 3 to 4 hours of time. Let us plan it in the weekend, not in the weekdays. And few tools are required only 1 or 2 days. So those things we will plan it in the weekdays. So what are the bigger tools? We'll plan it in the weekends, like Saturday, not on Sunday. I don't really want to disturb you on Sunday, but mostly I will take your time on Saturday for 3 hours or 4 hours. Let us complete it. But the end architecture is this one. So we will also, if you can see this, my AWS content, we also have the EKS. So there is a concept called containers. In the containers, you can take the EKS as well. So Kubernetes, our end target is to set up the Kubernetes cluster on the AWS. This is our end target. So what I'm saying is, it is a step-by-step process. First, we need to create a VPC. And in that VPC, we need to take the EC2 machines first. And in order to understand the VPC and then EC2 machines, we need the networking concept. And that's how it's a step-by-step process. So we'll complete one tool there. For example, Linux will complete it there. And then we want the EC2 machine now. Again, before procuring the EC2 machine, we will discuss what is VPC, what is networking, what is NAT gateways, what is subnets. And then we will discuss about what is EC2. Then we will take the EC2 machine and then start executing again our DevOps tools on the EC2 instances. Like that, the answer for your exact answer for your question, it really will be completed in 90 days. Yeah, at my gut feeling, it definitely have to complete in 90 days if we spend a good amount of time in weekends. But however, if any case, if it will not be completed in 90 days, I'm happy. I don't have any issues to extend it to 1 more month as well. Okay, that is, but there I need your support and I need your help as well, because I'm not, if you can see this course content, how I'm passionate about teaching all these things with the in-depth concept, right? If you can compare this course content with any other course content, there is no comparison you can see. So I'm not worrying about the timelines, how in which, meaning 90 days will be able to complete or not. I'm worrying about how I can make you as a master in this complete DevOps and then AWS. Maybe in this process, I may require an advance or more time as well, but I need to buy out from you guys.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I wanted to say that, sir, take as much time as you want, 5 months, 6 months, but teach at your pace that you are comfortable with. Like, don't rush to complete the syllabus.
True. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Because I understood, different audience are attending this session, and I understood, it's not more than money. It's not about the money. It's about the time. So I understood. So let us start doing it in a planned manner, folks. Don't worry, huh? I need your support. With your support, definitely we can execute it at this level for sure.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I
Can we
one
take
more
this?
question. Sorry, I
After the
have
course, we should be able to do this Jenkins and Kubernetes, both certification if we are interested.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. That is 100% true. So Jenkins Kubernetes certification is what, it is a written exam, not multiple options. It is a written exam. That means, again, if you work entire pipeline, if you work our application deployment in Kubernetes architecture, if you work all the components of the Kubernetes, then only you will be able to attend the certification. That's where I'm saying we will work here. Definitely we will write the certification. Meaning, if you want, you can write the certification. It's around I believe $200 to $250, and if you fail one time, they will allow one more time also to attend for the exam in 6 months of time.
Yes, sir. Can we take this deployment on all three languages like JavaScript, Java, Python, higher level languages?
Yes. So 6 projects we will take here. One is the Java project. Second one is the Node.js, which is again JavaScript based framework, right?
Yes.
And third one is the React.js. Okay. And fourth one is a static website we will do. And fifth one is we will do one Python project deployment we will do. And sixth one is another one.
Whole CI/CD pipeline integration.
Correct. Entire CI/CD pipeline integration with the 6 projects. One is the Java project, second one is the Node.js, third one is the React.js, fourth one is a static HTML, and fifth one is the Python, and sixth one, let us take any other language. I heard from someone is using someone from the data science something.
Yes.
So if we can able to do that, that is really good.
Okay, sir.
Sir, so I actually, so I am from like 7 year, 8 year of experience. So let's say the people who are facing like 4 to 5 years, they can be more on towards the like how Ansible will work and Kubernetes commands and how Maven commands and all. But more towards the 7, 8 year guys, so they will more face the designing questions in the interview as well as in their I mean architect level questions. So we'll be covering that as well here, right?
100%, because however, our end target is we are deploying the applications, right? So one application, I said Java application. In that Java application, again, 2 applications we have. One is a microservice, another one is a normal non-microservice. So in deploying the microservice, there are few concepts we will get, like security management, database management, and if they design the database in this way, what performance we will face. And there is a concept called IAM and how to deploy it and all. We will discuss. And that level we will discuss for sure. Maybe our primary intention is to complete the entire pipeline. Once this entire pipeline is done, then let us discuss about the design considerations level. By taking extra 15 days or 20 days, let us stretch more time on the deploying the microservices architectures. By that way, you will get to know about the design considerations and all. Because your question is 100% valid, because in Kubernetes, if we take the PostgreSQL, for example, as a database in Kubernetes, if I run the Postgres here, to just load the 100 users, it will take 23 to 25 seconds. But when we take out this PostgreSQL and then use it as a managed instance, like AWS managed instance, to load the same 100 users, it will take 1.3 to 1.5 seconds. So when you will give the solution to them, when you will work it, we will give the solution, right? Not only this one, there is a Redis cache configuration issues also, right? Those are all the things I'll discuss. But once after completion of the entire pipeline, Clear?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, great.
Thank
Yeah. Okay. Could anyone tell me remaining 2 projects are? Yeah, that's what Java.
Is this the last demo, or do we have any other demos?
No. Demo. Yeah, I can say this is the last demo, and tomorrow onwards, let us start into our content, our actual content. Let us start the original content from tomorrow onwards, but with on the same link. The link won't be changed till the Saturday, as per the information that I have. So till Saturday, link won't be changed, but we will start our concepts.
So what is the fee structure, and what is the fee for this?
Yeah, the fee designed for this course is the 12,000. Yeah, about the other things, how to do the payment, and if you want any negotiations and all, you can speak to the backend team folks.
Okay. Yeah, I tried calling them, but they never accepted my call. So,
oh, really?
There was 2 number. You can try with another number. I called them.
Tried for 3 numbers, I think so. I tried calling them since 5 o'clock, but no one has responded to my call.
Yeah, I tried calling too, sir. Like I'm in your morning class. Okay. So I'm trying to call and see, like what the fee will be and how to pay, all of that stuff. Nobody is responding. Usually in the morning class, they usually like they give this detailed information on how to pay, where to pay, how much to pay. Here I'm not seeing that. This is my first demo class for this DevOps. So I don't know. Yeah, that's fine, but
yeah, I'll immediately raise this one. I'll immediately will talk to our backend team once after this call has been done, once after this session done. So these are the numbers were given in our poster. I hope you are contacting to these numbers only, right?
Yeah, those numbers only, sir. Nobody picks up.
Fine. I'll take it up.
Yeah, 2728 and also the 140 number.
Try to call them around 1 o'clock. Actually, I called around that time. They picked up.
Okay. No. Actually, when the numbers were given, right, at any time, they should be answerable to us, right? Because traffic will be there at any time. I'll check with them for sure. This is not really.
Yeah, Narsi, and I had one question.
Yeah.
So basically, these some theory parts like these what is it, agile methodology and waterfall model. Okay, and I mean, don't stretch too much on that. Better, make it as much short as that. Yeah, because those are manager level, right? So instead of that, we can focus on other concepts. So it will be. Yeah, it will be good. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Understood. So, because what my intention is, some other folks who have the zero experience also were joined here, right? Just make freshers were also there, right? Just make them to drive through the concepts, connected to the concept, why they came here and then why they are learning. I'm just thought of going in that direction, but yeah, just bear with me for 2 more days, meaning tomorrow and then day after tomorrow, we will complete that concept. And at least I would like to make them understand, the DevOps story, and then SDLC. These 2 I would like to understand. This waterfall and agile methodology we can take it up later in time. That's not important.
Yes, sir. Cover as many as tools as you can, sir, in whole course.
Yes. Can we join here any other classes or any other timings classes? Possibility of joining that kind of.
For now, actually, my courses are these 2 executing. One is the DevOps where we have joined right now, right? So it is at 8 p.m. And other one is the Spring Boot microservices. So I don't have another DevOps batch right now. Maybe in the future I will start, maybe in the morning hours.
All right.
Narsi, one question I'm having. I just want, I think probably I took 2 demo sessions, yesterday and today as well. So what I have understood, like for DevOps, you mean to say like it is some kind of automation which we are going to have for the operations. So my concern is in terms of structure. The structure which you have defined, I understood each and everything is in very brief manner. But the thing is, if in case a person want to automate operations, then you don't think so he should aware of operation first, like what it is. Like I mean to say, like why can't we have AWS first, then we will automate it. why it's not like that?
Exactly, that is a good idea. Yes, from there we can take it up. That's how, if you can understand clearly, meaning see this, once after this DevOps lifecycle completed, before starting the Linux, right, Linux overview, Linux operating system. So here at this level, we'll go to AWS and understand the IAM, understand the VPC, understand the EC2. Let us take one EC2 machine. There we will execute all these Linux related stuff. I mean, it's a parallel process I was defined actually. But however, yeah, I will definitely take my suggestions. I'll think through it for sure.
Okay. Because what I'm thinking, like, see, if a person is well experienced, then probably he can understood. But if I take a look towards a fresher, because I am working for an organization and working as a manager over there. Okay, so for me, it's like, okay, I need to think about the automate part. But a person who's a fresher, I think you need to start from the scratch.
Exactly.
So for that, probably we need to think about the structure.
Exactly. That is little challenging task for me too.
Yeah. Nah, I understood your point. But that is what I thought. Like, better I'll give you a suggestion if in case it can be happen like that.
Sure. Yeah. We'll take it up. I'll think through it.
Okay. Thank you, Narsi.
Thank you so much. Complete CI/CD pipeline, 12,000 rupees. Yeah, Karan, not only complete CI/CD pipeline, it is.
No, I was telling actually someone above asked what other projects they have. So I told that this is also.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Anything else for me?
Hello. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This when you're taking the classes, actually, how do you give this the notes? Because this notes is the most important thing actually when you are writing actually kind of a running notes, and also that after classes you have to review the notes, because this is a ever-ending process. That DevOps is a keep on learning process. In that concept actually, sometimes actually, because multiple tools in the market picture. Once we are focusing on one tool, that after coming back to another tool, actually they forgot the steps. Actually, the command will be how does it actually?
Correct. Totally agree with you, Ben. So the notes. First of all, what I will do is I will first upload the handouts, the complete notes, whatever I have prepared. I already have upload. I will create one more classroom for us. I will upload here entire the notes. I will upload here, like Jenkins, Kubernetes, Darken, whatever all the tools we have. I will upload here. Then every day in the classroom, I will write the class notes, right? Like this. That class notes I will upload here with the date, and then concept of, and then the class notes. Here, as you can see, the commands, if you forgot, and if you can go back, and then we can see and then recall them. Okay. And how you can access this classroom? Yes, again, once after your registration process has been completed, then I will send one link to you to join into this classroom. So this classroom will be valid. I don't have, I don't put any constraint here to 6 months or 1 year, something like that. But I can say till your course completion, and then after course completion also, you can anytime you can come here and then see the documents, whatever you want, and you even can download it. There is a download option also for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here actually that second question actually, that Docker and Kubernetes, and also that you mentioned last time, which is and also we have to put more effort. They're asking a lot of questions in that thing, and also Jenkins. So once we are hands-on experience, so once we are doing as per that your instruction and also the video. So if you are go for the interview time actually, how do the company support us actually? How do you how do you crack the interview at that point actually? How does it?
Yeah. So every topic when I'm starting, for example, assume we started the Jenkins. So in Jenkins, every day while the session is going on, I will grab your attention, like this is the interview question, this is the important interview question. All such questions I will prepare in a text document and then give to you. Tool-wise interview questions I will give to you. Number one, the question when we discussed in the classroom, the answer also I will type there, right? So the question and an answer you will find in the particular class notes. And all the questions, comprehensive questions with the answers what we have discussed, I will give it as a text notes. So when you are going for the interviews, just refer them. Assume if any of the question you are not answered. However, we will be always connected here together with the Telegram. So you can anytime you can ask the question or any doubts or any interview question you guys might not have been answered. Just post it on me in that Telegram group. I will definitely respond it back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense, sir?
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, sir. One more question that Git one you are teaching us, right? So as part of the Git, the merging of the branches and those things you will be teaching, or just the thing is like how to check in, check out, or those things only?
No. At the cherry pick level, I will teach you. That's how. Yeah, your question is definitely valid one. So for the time being, I have not explained each and every line of the Git course content, but you can go see branching, merging, stashing, resolving the merge conflicts.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
How the Git is required for a developer at that level, you guys will learn. Okay.
Yeah, basically sometimes DevOps people used to get an assignments of merging the code and create the branch and pull out the code, right? Sometimes they used to get it, right? That's where I'm just asking. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So
will there be any assignments also? Like there will be weekly assignment or topic wise assignment or tool wise assignment?
Tool wise assignment will be there, Karan. Tool wise assignment will be there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, those tool wise assignments you guys have to do, and then I will ask you guys whether you have completed or any issues in the classroom. Don't feel it another way, but just would like to know your status. So if I help is required, definitely I can do in accomplishing a particular task in the Telegram. Okay.
Yeah, I have one more question. Sorry. Can I ask the question in front of
go ahead. Please go ahead.
Real-time scenario, actually, some of them actually we are practicing on that Windows, that also Linux, that some here actually this country that in the real-time scenario, they're giving actually MacBook, okay? One thing. Second thing, actually, once we are entering that the job side, though the project levels. So, the project levels actually pick up everything comes into the picture for the CI/CD pipelines, Jenkins, everything comes into the picture. That time, how do we get the hands-on experience in that? Because the team means actually that one team lead is there, actually DevOps engineer or a senior DevOps engineer, they will guide us actually to the junior level. You have to, these are the tasks every day when we do the stand-up meeting, everything that when you get the task, actually this is the one ticket which comes into the picture. We have to start doing this one. In that collaboration, we have it that this project, or how does it work?
So if I understood your question correctly, just you can even correct me if I understood in different direction. So what I understood is, while practicing this entire course content here, right? What kind of a do we get a realistical collaboration? Is what you are asking about?
Yeah, real-time scenario when you go for the job side, team members is also there. Actually, we are one project, suppose for the one company login project. So for banking application, there's a multiple modules that come into the picture. So for example, I'm working on the module project. So I'm the DevOps engineer. So I'm working that one. Actually, one team member is a developer is working on the other side. So same set of approach are we going to have this one, because the multiple people are in this yeah, because that's a same scenario in the real time. It's not that actually I'm learning, I'm doing my side, then actually that's a one I'm fully I'm fully energetic to the Docker or Kubernetes. The other side, actually, I'm totally weak. There's some other guy who's doing actually because collaboration. This one is not a one tool.
Exactly.
So, for example, the previous I was working in an SCCM. SCCM, if you are only one person can handle this one. Do that one, actually push that the patches, everything. This one actually multiple tools come in the picture and do the collaboration. So multiple, some error comes actually like that, and how to communicate, and we have the Slack channel, we have to communicate, in Autumn we have to communicate, and that's a ticketing system, we have Jira, we have to communicate everything. So in what way we can do that one actually, because once we are doing one project, so we are implementing that one, we are come up and downs and struggles, we have to do it.
Correct.
Then how does it work actually?
Yeah, so the answer for your question is, in real time, maybe we will be work dedicatedly on one or many tools, right? Maybe one guy will take care about the Jenkins administration, maybe another guy will taking care about the Ansible administration, we will take care about the Kubernetes administration, right? In real time, that will be the case. But here in this course learning, being we meaning each and every person who attending the session, expectation is to you guys have to manage on your own, meaning you guys have to manage end to end. There will be no other support. Jenkins you have to, Ansible you have to, step by step. And while doing this, if you got any issues, 100% you will get errors for sure. 100% you will get errors. That's where we have a communication channel as a Telegram group. So I will ask our backend admins to create the Telegram groups once the registrations were done. Then you guys and then myself will be added there. You can take a screenshot of the error and then paste there. Even I myself will answer, or in any other of our folk who have already been faced that issue and then have the solution, they also can address that issue. If the issue is not addressed by anyone of else, then we will discuss it in our next session. Let's say Jenkins master and cluster setup, meaning master and then slave setup. Slave is not working, sir. So what is the issue? Why the slave not working? What the issue you got? Let us take 10 to 15 minutes of our session starting to discuss that, because that is important for everyone. Now, issue meaning it's not only for you. Issue meaning definitely it might come to other folks as well, isn't it? In that way, let us take it in a discussion mode first. Then we will resolve it.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Naveen, sir.
Yeah, Naveen.
Yes, sir. One more doubt is, for suppose let us we are developing a project by using microservices, and finally we are deploying in the Kubernetes. So currently I was a Java full stack developer, sir. So I have few doubts regarding that. So how the deployment we are planning for the microservices. So for suppose we have a Eureka server for maintaining the auto scaling. Then coming to the Kubernetes, it has a separate approach. So here we will have a gateway API gateway, Joule API gateway, but in Kubernetes we have a different thing. How this integration, how the project which we are going to use, and how we are going to implement that project in the Kubernetes, sir.
Yeah.
In that cluster.
Correct. So it is Naveen, right? Yeah, Naveen. The answer for your question is number one. So we might have a gateway. Gateway is one microservice for us, right? In the Java guys, gateway is one microservice. Joule is the Eureka is one more microservice. So that microservice is a deployment unit in the Kubernetes. Meaning deployment unit meaning it will have a deployment set where it will have the parts will be created and where it will have the service will be created. Lot more infrastructure around it will be created. Meaning for one service, it will be a one deployment set in the Kubernetes. And that service, for example, Joule or Eureka and all they, right? First, they will be converted as a containers using the Docker. And that Docker containers will be managed with the Kubernetes as a parts. So this communication now, gateway to Joule communication and gateway to registry communication, registry to services communication, all those things will be happening using the services available in the Kubernetes. There is a Kubernetes object, networking object called service. Using that service, DNS, these are all the components will communicate each other.
Okay.
Got it? Huh?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, folks, I think we have spent a good time. I got an opportunity to spend good time with you folks. Really, it's an awesome session. Thank you so much for your interest, and then thank you so much for your support and joining and all. Yeah, hopefully, so we'll continue. See you on board. Let's continue.
Sorry,
and tomorrow
sir.
let's.
So last question, sir, is it 1 hour or 1.5 hour?
1.5 hour, 8 to 9:30 regularly, 8 p.m. to 9:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yes. So in that, in that 8 p.m. to 9:30, let us spend around 15 minutes for the doubts section, and then issues clarification. 15 to 20 minutes we'll spend, and 1 hour solidly we'll spend on the concepts. Okay. Yeah. Okay, folks. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.